My name is Paige Turner. In this video, we will learn about lookup question. A lookup question is used when you want to select an option from a drop-down list, where the list items are maintained in a SharePoint list as opposed to directly within the question. An example would be a choice question. The list is maintained in SharePoint by a SharePoint administrator, and the users of the FlowForma forms must have security access to the list. Let's take a look at how to create and use lookup question in a sample leave request flow. In order to use lookup questions, you need a SharePoint list from which you will be looking for information. In the site content, we have a sample list called Employee List, which contains some sample employee details. Now we will add a few lookup questions to the leave request flow. Open Leave Request Flow Design, select the Employee Leave Request step and click on Add Question. Enter Employee as a question title and select Lookup as a question type. In the field Get Information from List, select the list you want to get the information from. The lists are typically located in SharePoint, and once you click on the Lists button, you can navigate through the tree structure to find the relevant list within the current site collection. Here we will select an employee list. Next, in this column section, you choose a column field from the list specified in the section above. We will select an employee name column. The values from that column will be displayed in this question. If you want to order the entries by one of the fields from the list, use Order By option. Then select if the results should be ordered in ascending or descending order. Add a few more lookup questions to the employee request step. Division, where we look at Job Division column in the employee list. Approver, where we look at Manager column in the employee list. Annual Entitlement, where we look at Annual Entitlement column in the employee list. And finally, Remaining Entitlement, where we look at Remaining Entitlement column in the list. Here we have added a few more questions to the employee leave request step. Save the flow. Now let's take a look at the lookup questions when creating a new form. Create Leave Request Form. Select value from the list for each lookup question in the form. Select Employee in the Employee question. Select Division in the Division question. Approver in the Approver question, and so on. With lookup questions, you can apply filters to narrow down what is displayed from the list. You may have a list of employees, but only want to see information relating to each particular employee. Let's take a look at how to use filtering on the lookup question. In the Flow Designer, go to Division question. If you want to filter the results, select Enabling Filtering option. By selecting this option, you can restrict which information will be displayed from the list. Use the first drop-down to select a column in the list you want to filter by. We will choose Employee Name column. Next, use the drop-down to set the criteria. For example, equals, not blanks, contains, etc. And lastly, you need to set the final criteria by either selecting from the drop-down of all available questions or simply typing in a value. Here we will match Employee Name List field with selected employee in the form. We will do the same for Approver, Annual Entitlement and Remaining Entitlement lookup questions. If you enable filtering, the question should not be reused elsewhere, as the filter will always select the values from the original question. Create a new Leave Request form to see how the applied filtering alters the flow. Select one of the employees from the list of the employees in the first question. Now, we should only be able to see the information relating to this particular employee. When you click on the division question, you can see that there is now only one option available for this employee, Division 1. The same is true for all other remaining lookup questions. There is only one possible answer for all questions for this employee. So here you can see that values in the form fields correspond to the data in the employee list, matching that employee record. With lookup questions, you can use cascading filtering functionality if you need to further narrow down what is displayed from the list. First of all, we need a list from where we will look for the information. This is a sample products detail list, which contains title column with the names of the products, category, supplier, and price. As you can see, some products belong to the same category, and others have the same supplier. This is how our product order form looks when there is no filtering applied on the lookup questions. You can see all entries from the list columns in each of the lookup questions. Let's see how we can reduce the amount of information displayed on the form by using cascading filtering on the lookup questions. In the product order flow, navigate to the category lookup question. Open the question, select Enable Filtering, then select Supplier from the first drop-down and match with the supplier question in the flow. Save the question. Next, open the product lookup question and apply the following filtering. Match the supplier list column with the supplier form question, the category list column with the category form question. On the price question, apply all the previous filters for the supplier and the category, as well as match the title list column with the product form question. When you finish, save and close the question and flow designer. Create a new product order flow. As you can see, we can now only select from the two categories which correspond to the previously selected supplier. In this case, beverage and food categories. If we select food as a category, we can see our options have further narrowed. We can now only select food products. Finally, only one price is displayed, which corresponds to the selected product. This is a price for meat. This short video concludes our introduction to the lookup questions. Thank you for watching.